For the Algeria versus Nigeria game, this is what Team Algeria said.
Algeria, hope you're ready tomorrow because we have no option than to send you back to Sambisa Forest.
At this point, I think we need to stop the African Cup of Nations and give the trophy to the Nigerians. What a team. What a magnificent team. And coming from a Ghanaian, you definitely know it's coming from a very bad place, but you can't do anything about this. This team is so good. I've not watched a Nigerian team that is, this good in a very long time, and I've watched a lot of Nigerian teams. Not even the one that won under Stephen Keshi. This team, it's so good. The way they string the balls together, the way they press, they defend as a unit. They are so good on the ball. The passes, long pass, short pass, their crosses, the attack is so efficient. And I don't know, no team in this competition is playing like this. Not Morocco and definitely not Egypt. Not Senegal. This team is quite like the Senegalese team that won the last time. And I wish to see more in the subsequent games. I just want them to go all the way. I mean, anything could happen in the next stage. It is competition. But for me, if you ask me, the best team needs to win this competition. And the best team is definitely Nigeria. They've scored so many goals, created so many chances, conceded few chances. And against Algeria, it was like light and darkness. I mean, they were head and shoulders above them. They could have won the game 5-6-7. And when you watch a team like this, you just have to admire it. It's like that Spanish team in the 2010 World Cup or the 2008 Euros. And I love this. I love to see this. And hopefully against Morocco or any other team, they could go all the way and do well. This team doesn't get favors from referee. They are just playing so well. And so happy for them, happy for the coach. I wish I could see them in the World Cup, but it didn't happen like that. And so, yeah, we wish them all the best. This +233 sports, and catch you in the next one.
It's been a long time I saw Nigerian play this good football. This is nothing short from excellent. If you bring Brazil, Argentina together, this team I just watched, and Nigeria will win them or at least take a draw. I'm so happy watching this first half. Really, I'm so happy. The next 45 minutes, I don't see Algeria winning this game. With what Nigeria is playing, if they continue like this, don't add anything to it, don't do anything more, just play this same pattern, Nigeria will easily win the next 45 minutes. And if they can just put the ball in the middle more for Victor Osimhen to do what he knows how to do best, I see Nigeria winning this game. Victor Osimhen is going to score, definitely. And I'm hoping that Akko Adams, I believe that's his name, should score one goal to redeem himself for that first half chance he missed. But Nigeria will win this game, definitely.
One of our Nigerian billionaires, the founder of Boa Groups, Honorable Rabiu, has pledged that he is going to give $500,000 to the players if they win the semi-finals, with an additional $50,000 for every goal scored. He also said that he's going to further pledge $1 million plus $100,000 for each goal scored in the final. Oh boy, this is what we want to see. Nigeria is too rich. We do get men for Nigeria. We do get billionaires for Nigeria, right? For players to complain about salary, they complain about wages. One billionaire can say, I take up the fee of the Super Eagles. I want to take it up. And, take off this embarrassment. When NFF, they embarrass us, they owe player salary. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate. God bless you. This is wonderful motivation. Going into the next match, this is beautiful gesture from him, right? And to further add to it, right, as one of the upcoming billionaires of the Nigerian scene, I also pledge that I'm going to give each player 1,000 naira each. Once when I win semi-finals, no na drop na hazard. 1K each. As an upcoming billionaire that I am. In the finals, another joke, 1K each. Anyway, this is such a nice gesture. Wonderful news. Please, Dangote, we need to hear from you. All our Igbo billionaires, Prince Altaese, Obi Cubana Chief Priest, Vintage, my uncle. This is a very, very commendable thing, and I want to see
Nigeria 2, Algeria 0. I predicted that this was going to be the toughest game that Nigeria would play in this tournament until Eric Sher decided to disgrace me. This turned out to be actually the easiest game that Nigeria has played in this tournament. I don't think Algeria came to this game to defend. I think Algeria actually came to this game to have the ball to control the game until something happened. This is why I said so. Now, this is literally 2 minutes into the game, and Algeria has a goal kick, and they are trying to play out from the back. They actually want to hold on to the ball. They want to control the game. But what you would notice here is the instant aggression from Nigeria. This is just 2 minutes into the game. It's 1 versus 1. Nigeria came out to press them aggressively, and then this ball went out for a throw-in. Now, this is after Algeria took the resulting throw-in from that. And what you would notice here again is that Nigeria did not go back to defend. It's still the same 7 players committed to the press inside Algeria's half, squeezing them. Again, this is just 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Nigeria did not allow them to get out of their own half. And in my previous video where I said that I was a little bit concerned about Nigeria's pressing, that we always tend to leave a free man. This was that free man again, because it's the same build-up structure that Algeria employed. And I think this was done deliberately because they wanted to target something. This is the same free man that I was talking about in the previous video. But in this game, what I noticed is that Iwobi was tasked with keeping an eye on that free man. As soon as this pass was on, Iwobi turns around and he's going to close space already. And the interesting thing about Iwobi going to close space is that he wasn't running to the man per se to go and close the man down. Instead, he was running backwards to cover the gap, to make sure that Oyemachi is not doubled up upon. To encompass the aggressiveness of Nigeria's pressing, even when Mahrez dropped deep to come and help his fullback out, to help them progress the ball out of the back, because they were basically pinned there by Nigeria. Oyemachi runs with him. Oyemachi drops, goes upfield, continues pressing him, even inside his own half. That he even swapped places with Iwobi temporarily. Then on this occasion, even when they went long, decided to go long, look at where Nigeria's defensive line is. There were 3 players in Nigeria's half. The other 7 players are in Nigeria's half, pressing them man for man. And then when the ball goes deep again, Nigeria could easily recover possession. This is not the only case. Still in the early part of that first half, this is Algeria trying to build that from the back again, from a goal kick. This is just 2 minutes and 48 seconds into the game. And what you would likely notice again is still that aggressive pressing from Nigeria, that 1 versus 1 all over inside Algeria's half. Nigeria committed a lot of players into that press. I thought that Eric Shep might want to go into a mid block or go into a low block. Nigeria showed absolutely no respect for Algeria. They came out, they started the press. And once again, keep an eye. There is that free man there for Algeria again, just out wide. And then, as usual, it is that free man there out wide that Algeria will try to exploit. But like I mentioned, Iwobi was tasked with keeping an eye on that free man. And I think Iwobi did a lovely job off the ball for Nigeria. And we have praised him for his on-the-ball movements, but off the ball, he was brilliant as well. And again, once that pass was on, it is that free man that is the target of this pass now. Iwobi is going to turn around now and make a run. And again, he's not running towards the free man. He's going to close the space that that man would potentially run into. And then Nigeria could recover. But look at Nigeria's defense again. Look at where Nigeria's defensive line is. There's only 1 player in Nigeria's half at this point. Every other person has pushed up. And Nigeria were willing to, they had 4 players. Nigeria has 4 players in front here. Nigeria were willing to go 1 versus 1 with those 4 players in front. And then, of course, as it happened in the previous video, Nigeria chooses to go long and Nigeria could easily recover the ball here. It did not stop with their build-up as well. When I say that Algeria actually wanted to have a go at Nigeria, it wasn't their build-up. Even when Nigeria tried to build up, Algeria still wanted to press Nigeria. They came with a pressing of their own as well. This is Nigeria's build-up just in the 6 minutes. And they were sat in a mid-block initially, but as soon as Nigeria went back, they started coming out to press Nigeria. But the problem with pressing Nigeria is this. This 2-2-2-2 structure in the middle of the pitch that Nigeria employs is a problem for most teams. And I think this is why most teams are reluctant to press Nigeria in this tournament. Because most of the players are in that middle of the pitch I just shaded out. And then Nigeria leaves just their fullbacks out wide. It means that Nigeria forces you to press very narrowly. And then another issue is that Nigeria has defenders who are very comfortable on the ball. They will play the passes. They will take the ball to feet and play the passes. And on this occasion, I think it was Nigeria's fullback that actually did the damage to Algeria. But then again, they tried to press Nigeria aggressively. They tried to go 1 versus 1 against Nigeria. But as usual, Nigeria could easily slip the ball out wide and then go very direct against them. In 2 or 3 passes, Nigeria were behind their defensive line as well. And I think there could have been a better cross there, but that was it. Look at another example again. This is Nigeria trying to build that, and then Algeria initially goes in a mid-block. But as soon as Nigeria settles, they start committing players forward, trying to close Nigeria down. But again, look at what Osayi Samuel does there. He just takes out the person marking him, and then Nigeria are immediately on the attack. And there was this cross here. Like I mentioned, Nigeria's fullback did the damage in this game. And then another issue with pressing Nigeria again, I mentioned before that Nigeria has defenders who are very comfortable on the ball. And that makes them difficult to press. Look at one example. This was Bruno Oyemachi. This was when Algeria were still trying to commit players forward, trying to put players in front and actually press Nigeria. In this particular build-up, Algeria were able to commit about 8 players inside Nigeria's half and trying to press. But see the issue. Oyemachi didn't panic. He takes on his man, even inside his own box, and brings the ball out. And immediately Nigeria could get this ball out wide. Nigeria was immediately on the attack. Osayi was on his bike on the front foot. Osimhen is making a run already. So I think it was around the 20th minute of this game that Algeria now realized that they were not going to win this tug of war with Nigeria. So they did the smart thing and sat in a low block or in a mid block. And I think it was from here that Nigeria really took control of the game. It was at that point that I was now believing that actually Nigeria has this game in the pocket now. And then, as usual, it now gave Alex Iwobi the time and the opportunity to do what he has been doing all through this tournament. Pick those line-breaking passes. On this occasion, he finds Ademola Lookman beautifully, and then Lookman takes the ball out wide, puts Osimhen through, and they were fortunate on this occasion that Aït-Nouri went down quickly and made a brilliant tackle. But from this point onward in this game, it was all Nigeria. Algeria could not get out of their own half. They couldn't press Nigeria either. They were just hanging on throughout the game. That's why they had no shot on target. And then, like I mentioned, Nigeria's fullback, most of the creativity went out wide because Algeria defended very narrow, tried to squeeze out that pitch in the middle. I don't think that Ademola Lookman really had a lot of time and space on the ball, especially in that first half because of how narrow they were. It was Onyemachi and Osayi Samuel who were doing the damage out wide for Nigeria in this game. That, in fact, it was Onyemachi who actually made the assist for Osimhen's first goal. And then from then on, Algeria did try to come out and probably have a go at Nigeria. But there was a problem because every time Nigeria turns the ball over, it was dangerous. In fact, Nigeria's second goal, it was the same thing that happened. I mean, Algeria tried to go out quickly on this occasion, and then as soon as this ball was coming to this Algerian player, I believe that at some point he thought he had the time and space to actually control this ball. But Kevin Bassey spotted him immediately and didn't give him the time to even turn fully. Took the ball off him, and then this ball came to Iwobi. I know that when we look at the statistics of this tournament, Iwobi is not going to feature prominently in the statistics for either goal or assist because the job that he did for the Super Eagles will go unnoticed. But again, look at this second goal that Nigeria scored. It was this characteristic line-breaking pass from Iwobi that started this move, and eventually Akol Adams finished and scored this goal. We're not going to credit Iwobi for the assist. We're not going to credit him for the goal. But it is his vision and passing that led to this chance, that led to this goal. I think if you watch my previous analysis of the Nigeria game, what Nigeria did here was not very different. But it was just being able to impose themselves in the game in the first 20 minutes of the game. I think that was what pushed Algeria back. And Algeria basically just gave up the fight because they were not going to beat Nigeria in a 1-versus-1 battle. And they decided to sit back and allow Nigeria to properly impose themselves in the game. At the end of the day, it was a straightforward win. It was a brilliant performance from Nigeria. And I have to say this, I think that Eric Shea steps up his performance depending on the opponent that he's playing. I have doubted Nigeria before, but I am starting to believe. But either way, the next game against Morocco is going to be a tough game because you are playing the host. But let's see how it comes. I still believe that Nigeria needs to step it up to another level to beat Morocco. But as usual, when that game comes, we will be here to analyze. So if you enjoy tactical analysis, please hit the like button, hit the follow button. If you are following already, please share. See you on the next one.
And today, now let us rewind to 1980 where the Super...
Why you so worried? Why you so worried? Why you so worried? Fellow Nigerians, I don't go let you Eagles are winning today.
How many of you remember this guy in Lucky Udu's voice? His name is Mohamed Amora, Algeria center forward, their top striker. Yesterday, in leg no see ball touch. This is what we call karma. DR Congo pleaded Nigeria. They made just one request: revenge.
Dear Super Eagles of Nigeria, the whole of Africa is depending on you this Saturday. You people are the only ones who can deliver revenge for this guy.
They wanted Nigeria to help them revenge, if not for any other thing, but for this particular guy. And guess what? The avenge was not just an ordinary avenge, but the type that humiliated the Algeria and sent them packing in a disgraceful manner. Algeria played 90 minutes plus 5 with Nigeria with 0 shot on target. How else would you have disgraced someone in a knockout stage of the AFCON tournament? So for those of you that did not know what happened, in the round of 16 tie between Algeria and DR Congo, after 90 minutes draw, they lock into the extra time. Just 1 minute more to go, Algeria find the back of the net. with somebody who came up from the bench. And then this guy, Mohamed, choose to use his celebration to mock the DR Congo. To me, I believe it is an ignorance. Probably he did not know what the standing of this man symbolized. This man has always been standing from 0 minutes till 90 minutes in every of the DR Congo's matches. And according to history, his standing symbolized the legendary late Patrick Lumumba, a DR Congo first prime minister who fought for freedom. So the standing of this man is not just an ordinary fan standing. It means a whole lot, and it symbolizes a very big meaning to the country at large. And then this Algerian striker, he was not even the one that scored the winning goal. He stood right in front of him, raised his hand, and then went down on the ground to show that the mighty has fallen. Unknown to him that this was going to cause something very big. All DR Congo put up their support together to say, Nigeria, please, we need nothing else but a revenge. And guess what happened? Ako Adams scored a goal and paid tribute to that guy. See him standing. After Nigeria's second goal that came from Ako Adams that sealed the match, he paid a tribute to the standing fan who symbolized their late legend, Patrice Lumumba. So as I speak to you, I don't know if there was any other interesting scene in this AFCON than this. Nigeria did not just play Algeria, they trashed Algeria. So whenever you want to make fun of anybody, be careful of what you do, because karma is real. My name is Oncho Baby. I am a football talker. See you in my next video.
Bro, one question, man.